Alright, we're fired up, we're running, I think we're good. So, we left off last time, we did basically 1, 2, and 15 on our packetTracer network setup stuff. So this time we're going to do, I think 3. So before I went over this PowerPoint, I just basically laid these out. These match the workbook that we were given. And the ones we did last video were here in green. We kind of went over the methodology and overview. We did exercise 1, 2, and kind of went through 15 in there as well. At least, yeah, 15. So this video I'm going to do these yellow ones. So 4, 5, and 3. And then we'll cut it, and then we'll go to the next. So there's sort of the summary overview. And let's get started. So we do the virtual LANs. We do the dynamic trunking, and we do the VTP, excuse me. So I'm going to do, I usually do 3 last. This guy last. So I'm going to start with 4, right here, I think. And we'll throw this guy up. So last thing we dumped in there, we did some quick setup. We did the VLAN managements. Remember, we changed this for each host based on this sheet. And now I'm going to do DTP. And again, it's just sort of as quick as typing up this framework. I'm sorry, I moved my keyboard a little. Alright, so 3550 int FAO whatever. So this is for trunks, right? So if you look at this image, the trunks, remember, are just the solid lines. So if I'm sort of setting this up right now for F1 350, whoa, 3560, wow. Right? So the top left, he would be int, so who is a trunk? 1 is a trunk, right? Swit port trunk encapsulation 801.q is trunk, and he has a description name, and recall the description name was what he is connected to, what that trunk line. So that trunk line moves to the right and is connected to building 1002 F2 3560 BLDG, yep. And that's him, right? And so I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to say this is for the number 2. So actually, what I'm going to do, we'll do this whole switch first. So let's do this. Let's do the other one. So port 1 is there. Port 2, we're going to do trunking. We're going to do connection to building 22960. Right? And then this one will be 3. And he goes down to building 2960, right? So that's everything. Technically, right, in this, you do have to be cognizant. I thought you did. Oh, not here. We'll do it later. Sorry, scratch last. So that should be everything for the 31560. So I, at this point, drop it in there. Because I want to make sure my syntax is correct, right? Bad secrets. What? Okay. So if you look at that, I dropped it in, and I had no errors or issues. So syntax is good. So now I have confidence in this stuff, and I just copy paste for there. This is the other one, 32, or the floor 2 3560. So his 1 is connected back to the floor 1, right? His 2 is connected to the 2960 floor 1. His 3 is connected to 2960, like that. Okay? So that's this. Okay. Trunking. We're trunking. So then you got to do some setup for the 2960s. So basically I just do the same thing. Take this. I mark it floor 1, 2960. It is a little less, right? So interface fast internet. So that's this. It's going to be 10. Let's go with 10. I don't have to say the mode on this one because it only does one mode. Switch port trunk, device name is connected to would be floor 1, 3560. And I have this again here, which would be 11. Right, so 10 and 11. And 11 is connected to F2 3560. Oh, and that makes sense too. The access switch is connected to distribution switches, right? It's another way to make sure of it. So I'm going to copy that bad boy, and I'm going to drop it here. And it doesn't like something. Oh, it doesn't like because I didn't make it into my config. There you go. So those are set up. So then let's go into this one. And we're going to, again, have the same basic thing. Except this is F2. And his 10 is connected to 2, and this one's connected to 1. So they basically just swap. Boom. So there that is. We just set up basically exercise 4. This is the dynamic trunking protocol. And it is helpful every now and again, right, to take a second, pause, and make sure what you did. So show interface trunk. I know you don't want to pause when you're timed. And again, look at this time. I left this on overnight. Where is it? 14 hours. I think we're doing great. But if you add up the video time from the videos, that'll give you the true time. So that was a show int trunk, right? So here we have 1, 2, 3. There are 802.012. They're on. They're trunking. 1, 2, 3. 10, 11. 10, 11. Right? So it's good. So now I have even more confidence that these are set up right. So that's good. 4 is done. So let's go to 5. So 5, VLAN trunking protocol. So I'm going to go right here. VLAN trunk prot. Again, this doesn't have to be, there's nothing strict in this. You can do this any way you want, asterisks, no brackets, brackets. For me, this is the way I like to see it, so it shall be that way. You feel free to do it any way you feel is the best way. Okay, so we're setting up the trunking protocol, right? So you have to give him the domain, the correct domain. And the domain is on this sheet. Here, right? You probably could just copy it. Let's see. I never did it. Whoa. I don't know why I did that. That was pretty crazy. Let's not do that. Okay. Building BLDG 1002 distance. Okay, so there's that. I set up so password and then server or client. So I paste into my clients first so they're ready to receive. You gotta do mode. And then that's it, right? And VTP version, this is where I was going to say, it's important to note that you put it that way on the 3560s, but it is that way by default. So because of that fact, it's sort of optional, even though you should put it because you want strict control. Okay, so here's this. It's setting up the domain, the password, and his mode. Those are those 3 things, recall, that you need for VTP to work. So he in this sheet, he is the server, right? This guy, top left. So I'm only going to do it in these three. So T, and notice here, no errors. So my code is, or my syntax, whatever, is good. Good. And good. So now these three are clients, and we're going to set him up to be a server. So he's coming here, server, and wham! And complain because I'm not there. There you go. Okay. So there you go. Now I know that they're going to populate. So if you look again, exercise 5, VLAN trunking, we did this, we did this. Servers or clients, we're done, right? So let's go back to 3. So 4, 5, and 3. We did 4, we did 5. Here's 3, right here, exercise 3. So now we're going to set these VLANs. Now this exercise is constructed in such a way to kind of show you that it will populate, and eventually you're going to lose half of your VLANs the way it's set up, and maybe more. But the main takeaway from this is that if you set up VLANs on a server, they will push to the clients, and so we just need to set up a bunch of VLANs, right? So here you go, VLAN name, or VLAN setup for server. This is for the server. So in the sheet, we've got all these. This is where it gets fun, right? You gotta type a bunch of crap. Name. Now remember in the is that a space? I think that's a space. So when there is a space, under the name command, you have to use quotes. Under the description command, you do not. So it is what it is. You have to sort of deal with it. There's no way around it. 20. 60. WG HQ. Almost there. Okay, so there they are, right? So the thing to note here is if I do a show VLAN, right? I've got nothing. I've got these sort of stock hold on, show. I got these sort of stock ones that kind of come natively with it. So basically there's no VLANs that have been set up, right? And nothing's been pushed. So if I go to this server one, drop these, they should push to the other three when I redo this command, right? I'm going to quit. I'm going to go drop those. They all took, so I had no errors. And I'm going to just hit up and say show VLAN. Up, show VLAN, up, show VLAN. Boom! So they're there. Which is pretty sweet, right? Oh, okay. That's good. So that was 3, 4, and 5. Well, almost. So we set these up, right? And now we need to add all the interfaces. So meaning we've set up VLANs, and now we have to give them, like right here, there's ports assigned, an actual physical port. There's none assigned to these. Remember, the ports only get assigned to the access layer or the 2960s. So VLAN port assignment. I do these in sort of regular words so that I can, if I'm freaking out and I got to go back and, you know, find my way around, I can do it that way. So I look here, floor 1, 160. I comb through this column, which you can't really tell it's that column, but whatever, this column. We get the following. So, and then again, I use this. So let's put this here. So this is for F1 2960, right? So int fa, and I do int raw fa. So this, which stands for interface, right? Range, fast Ethernet, da 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 da, right? So int raw fa. This works on a single. You can put a single, like I could put 1 and it'll enter that, or I can just do the same exact command. I can do 1 through 6. So it's nice. Okay, so we're going to go, if I look at that column, I see a 1 through 8 there. So I'm going to go 1 through 8. Swit, access, LAN. 1 through 8 is on 12. Swit mode. And then that other piece is the voice. We didn't have that kind of example in this exercise where we needed to split up the data and the voice lines. So we do not need to put in that switch port voice VLAN. So that would be it. That's assigning VLAN 12 to ports 1 through 8, just as that paper says. And so then we got to do it again. We need to do it for 19. He goes to 60. And we need to do it for 20 through 24. He goes to 63. And I think that's it. 1, 2, oh, there's 4. Hold on. 1, oh, 12 through 18. Wait. 12 through 18 goes to what? 20. So we've got 12, 20, 60, 63. Okay. So again, let's drop it and I hope we get it right. And then again, these are all on 5-minute timers now, so it's a little bit of annoyance. So they all took, and now if I go show VLAN, I actually have like ports. See, assigned 1, 2, 3, 4 on 12. What? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're all there. Anyway, there you go. So that was pretty sweet, right? So let's do it again for. So this was for 1. This is for 2. Yes, for 2. We're going to do it here. And it says we want to do 1 through 5 on VLAN 10. We want to do 6 through 7 on 11. We want to do 8. 14. We want to do 12 through 20 on 63. Looks like there's 2 more. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So we just did 12 through 20. Let's do 9. And 21 through 22. And then, so 1 through 5 is 10. 6 through 7 is 11. 8 is 14. 12 through 20 is 63. 9 is 80. 21 through 22 is 152. There you go. Ka-choink. And there they are. Right? Beautimous. So that was basically, let's make sure. So this is to set up to create multiple VLANs and assign interfaces. So we created them using the server sort of idea, and we assigned interfaces. Create layer 2 VLANs, yep. We assigned interfaces. That's it. We are done. So that concludes 3, 4, 5, or if we did it in the order that we did it, 4, 5, 3. So I'm going to go ahead, just in case. This is about where I would do a save. Oh, not Q. Sorry. Whoa. Just to make sure something weird doesn't happen, crash it. That'd be fun, right? So this is, let's just call it EX2. I don't need to call it all this madness. Let's just call it version 1. There you go. Okay, we'll see you next time.